Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ed from Ed Travels, and today I want to talk to you. This is a message specifically going out to my veterans who get care at the VA hospital or are about to get care at the VA or who have a claim in. I'm a veteran that does get care from the VA. Shout out to all my airborne brothers, airborne all the way. But shout out to everybody that serves. Salute to you, whatever branch it is. In times of war and peace, you raised your hand. You defended this country against enemies, foreign and domestic, and you deserve the best care that you can possibly get. I'm going to go ahead and preface this that I just received quite a bit of care at the VA. I'm not going to sit here and bash the entire VA health system. You know, a lot of people do. I've had my frustrations, I've had my letdowns, I've had all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting here with you now, and my life was saved at the VA hospital. So big shout out to all my nurses, doctors, the specialists, the surgeons, the dietitians, the techs, everybody that was there for my care. Now, granted, you do have to be an advocate for your own care. You do have to be an advocate. You have to get out there and tell those people what's going on with you, and being truthful with those doctors goes a long way and then being able to help you. Being resilient. Remember, you're not asking for charity, you're asking for what you are entitled to. So be an advocate for your own care. Call the patient's advocate, call your congressman, your congressperson, whoever it is, and let them know that I deserve this care that's not living up to what it's supposed to be. So, what I'm talking about today specifically is two resources, two phone numbers that you need to know in case you want to get care outside the VA hospital, but yet based upon the circumstances that it is an emergency situation. I believe it has to be service connected. Maybe not. You can clarify that when you call, but you can be seen at an outside facility, an outside doctor, and the VA will pick up the bill to include ambulance transfers. If you got to take an ambulance and it takes you, um, you can pick up, because I had to do it. The ambulance took me literally 20 minutes from my house, and the bill was almost $3,000. So this is very valuable, and I want to pass this on. So let me get to it real quick. This is for the VA 72-hour emergency hotline. That you call this number within 72 hours of receiving this care or having to go to an outside facility. And I'm going to read this directly. This excerpt from the VA.GOV website. A link to this is going to be in the description below. I'm going to also put the phone numbers on so you'll be able to see them. But it says emergency medical care information for providers. During a medical emergency, veterans should immediately seek care at the nearest medical facility. A medical emergency is an injury, illness, or symptom so severe that without medical treatment, an individual believes his or her life is in danger. So that would lead me to believe that it does not have to be service connected. If a veteran believes his or her life or health is in danger, or experiencing a suicidal crisis, so that brings mental health into it, they are encouraged to call 911 or report to the nearest emergency department right away. It says the nearest. It doesn't say the nearest VA. It says the nearest. Veterans do not need to check with the VA for an ambulance or going to an emergency department. During a medical emergency, VA encourages all veterans to seek immediate medical attention without delay. It is, however, important that you promptly notify VA within 72 hours of a veteran presenting to your emergency room. So this is what they're telling the providers. 72 hours. Within that 72 hours, this number needs to be contacted. And let me give you the number, and I'm going to give it real slow. In fact, I'll go ahead here and I'll type it on the line. It's going to be the VA 72 hour 72-hour emergency hotline. for getting immediate care. I want to make sure I get this right. Hotline, okay? VA 72-hour emergency hotline. That's the title. And the number is 1-844 724 7842. Again, the VA 72-hour emergency hotline. I'm going to move this up because I'm going to give you one more number. And that's 1-844 724 7842. All right. And in conjunction with that, if you need to go to an urgent care, I'm here in Atlanta. I got this from the Nurse Advice Hotline, but this is a phone number that they gave me for 3 different urgent cares that the VA has contracted for you to receive care if you can't make it to the emergency department at your VA medical center. And so I just call it the urgent care hotline, right? The urgent care hotline, right? I'm going to move all these up. I'm trying to get them all to fit in. Maybe I need to make the font a little smaller, but oh well. I'm just trying to get this information out. And that number is 1-888-901-6609. Okay. And that phone number is 1-888-901-1609. So you got your VA 72-hour emergency hotline. You have that number, and you have the urgent care hotline. Make sure you utilize these resources so that you can receive this care. Again, this is Ed from Ed Travels with a message from my vets and their families and their caregivers. Again, thank you for your service. Big salute. Airborne all the way. Have a great day.